This is a demonstration of how to convert a decimal number to its octal equivalent for whole numbers. Okay. Let's say, for example, we have the decimal number 1836. So that is base 10 because decimal is in base 10. So we will find its octal equivalent. To convert a decimal number to its octal equivalent, we have to do a series of divisions since we are converting whole numbers. Okay, and when we are going to convert a decimal to octal, since the base of octal is 8, so our divisors for our series of divisions is 8. Okay, so this is how it is being done. Let's start with 1836. Okay, first, that is 1836 divided by 8. That is equivalent to 229.5. Let me have my scratch. That is equivalent to 229.5 if you are going to take out your calculator. Okay, so for the first column of our solution, we are going to do a series of divisions. The second column of the solution will be the list, we'll pick out the integral part of the quotients, and the third part of the solution will be the column for the remainders. Okay, so how do we do that? Since we already have 1836 divided by 8, okay, the quotient is 229.5 mean. Okay, so the second column, as I've said, that is for the integral part. The integral part of the quotient is 229. So this is the whole quotient, 229.5. So the integral part or the whole number part is 229. So we will take note of that. Okay, for the second column. For the third column, that is for the remainder. But we need to express the remainder as a whole number, not as a fractional part. So one of the ways to express or to calculate the remainder is we can multiply the integral part by our divisor, which is 8. So that is 229 times 8. Okay, so we'll just do this one manually so you'll be able to be refreshed with how it's done manually. So we have 9 times 8, you have 72, so you bring down 2, carry 7. So 8 times 2 is 16 plus 7, it's 23. So that is bring down 3, you carry out 2. Now we have 8 times 2, that is 16, plus 2, that is 18. Okay, so 229 times 8 is equal to 1,832. Okay, and we are going to deduct this 1,832 from 1,836. So the difference from 1,836 minus 1,832 is 4. Okay, so that means to say our remainder here is 4. Okay, now let's move on. Let's continue as we are going to do the series of divisions here on the left, the first column. Okay, 229, we'll take that 229 here. We will again divide it by 8. 229 divided by 8 is also 28.625 when you take out your calculator. Okay, as what I have said before, we'll only take out the integral part, which is 28. So we will note that one here. 28. So we will convert again this one into a whole number. The previous way is to convert to get the whole number is we multiply this one 229 by 8, then the product is deducted from 1,836. The product was 1,832. So 1,836 minus 1,832, we had 4. So but this time we'll do a different way to get the fractional part. Instead of multiplying these ones and doing subtraction, we are going to operate on the fractional part. So we'll take out 0.625. We will multiply it instead with our also with our divisor. So instead of the integral part, we'll take the fractional part. So we will multiply it by 8. Okay, 8 times 5 is 40, so that is 0, carry 4. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4, that is 20, so that is 0, carry 2. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 2, that is 50, so that's 0. Okay, 8 times 0 is 0, so we'll stop from there. Then we'll count this on 1, 2, 3, the decimal number. So for the decimal point, 1, 2, 3. So therefore now the remainder is 5. Okay, so that's another way to get the remainder. Okay, so let's continue. Now we are going to divide this one again, 28. Okay, 28 divided by 8, that is equivalent to 3.5. Now, for the 3.5, the integral part is only 3. Okay, so we'll only note 3. And the fractional part from 3.5 is 0.5. Okay, 0.5 times 8 is 4. So that is, the remainder is 4. Now, this one again will be divided by 8. So that is 3 divided by 8. Okay, then we'll list the integral part and the fractional part. Now, this is less than 1. The quotient of this one is less than 1. So, 3 divided by 8 is 0.375. I want to emphasize the 0.375. Okay, because we are after of the integral part for the second column. The integral part here is 0. So we are going to take out 0 here. Now, for our whole number part, for the remainder, it's either you multiply 0.375 by 8. Okay? 0.375 by 8, and you'll get 3, or else you'll just copy what is from here. That's the remainder. So that is 3. Now, since our integral part here is 0 and dividing 0 by 8 will be 0, so this is now the time that we are going to stop. From here, we can now derive the octal equivalent of decimal, the decimal number 1,836, by taking out the digits here from the third column. So to derive the number or the equivalent octal number from this one is we will read from bottom to top, since we are converting whole number. Okay, so we can now conclude that 1,836 in decimal notation, that is equivalent to 3, 4, 5, 4 in octal. Okay, so This is now our octal equivalent. Take note, I have emphasized, I have placed a subscript 10 here and 8 here because we need to emphasize that this is in decimal notation and this is in octal notation. So this is the process of converting decimal number to its octal equivalent if we are dealing with whole number.